Hello, this is Catherine from Accelerated Reader reading books for you. Today I will be reading chapter 54 from Two Worlds, a novel of friends and foes from strange places by Laura T. Lee. Before I begin reading, I would like to give a big thanks to the author for sending me this book to read on my channel. In the description below, I've included links where you may find and purchase this book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chapter 54. The pigeon had apparently lost interest in chasing their car. For the next 10 minutes, it was nowhere to be seen, likely due to the fact that everyone could only look through the front window because the other windows were covered in. Never mind. Eventually, they found the oversized bird ransacking the nearest Stop and Shop cereal aisle. Cheerio dust. Cheerios were all the rage with New Yorkers these days. Covered its plumage as it munched happily. Again, there was no one in sight. Lily wondered if Sophie radiated fear so strong it left the citizens of New York City cowering in their homes. Pushing that thought aside, she climbed out of the car with some difficulty, as the door was quite stuck with pigeon poop. Grabbing her trusty missile launcher, she ran to the nearest lamp post and hid, motioning for her friends to follow. And there they were, a squad of one teenager and three young adults, or so it looked, crunching behind a lamp post, hunting down a giant pigeon. Why not? Lily hefted her launcher up and aimed it at the bird, and it fired with a bang. Squawk! The pigeon looked up and staggered, or should I say waddled, backward. The missile sailed into the air and exploded next to the bird, causing it to fall on its side. It didn't seem particularly hurt. Sadly, just very surprised and annoyed. The giant pigeon got back on its feet, only to be assaulted by multiple airborne, exploding projectiles as Lily and her friends fired their missiles with incredible accuracy. Unfortunately, Sophie must have used good magic to create the bird, because it never got many injuries. A few bruises, perhaps. The pigeon did send a few attacks to their side, though. 5 minutes in, Jake got kicked into the lamppost. The fight ended when Stacy sent a whole line of missiles at the poor bird's gray side. The pigeon squawked in disappointment and burst into a pile of large gray feathers. Lily set down her missile launcher. She felt bruised and battered. That stupid pigeon had picked her up with its beak and thrown her into a wall. Ouch. We should find Sophie, Tara said, before it's too late. Yeah, Lily picked up a feather and kicked the pile at her feet. Let's go tell her we don't like her work. They didn't get to Sophie. They ended up absolutely nowhere, driving around randomly, searching for the sorceress. Eventually, Lily told the others that it was getting late, and calling off the search, they headed for home. Back in her hotel room, Lily opened her giant fridge and got out some pizza. She stuck it into the microwave and sat on her bed. She was so tired, she just wanted to fall over and sleep. But she was also hungry for dinner. Also, she remembered what all firefighters repeatedly told the kids at school. Never, ever leave a microwave or oven on and fall asleep. So that's why 10 minutes later, Lily was tiredly munching on a slice of pizza with the microwave safely off on the counter. When dinner was finished, she collapsed on her soft, comfortable bed and fell asleep almost instantly. A loud bang, bang, bang jolted Lily from her sleep. She rolled out of bed and smashed into the floor. Ow! She dragged herself to the bed and managed to get to her feet. She sleepily wandered to the door and opened it. Lily? Theresa stood in front of her, looking as if she had just gone through a big fight with her sister. Given the situation, Lily supposed that could have happened. Lily groaned. What could you possibly want at 3 a.m.? I wanted to talk, actually. Theresa pushed past Lily and sat down in the living room. So, what do you want to say? Lily rubbed the sleep out of her eyes as she talked. Theresa leaned forward, her elbows on the table between them. I snuck into Sophie's headquarters. Lily tried to not look surprised. Sneaking into Sophie's lair was dangerous and daring, a bold move that only someone like Theresa could have done. Did you get caught? She asked wearily. No. Yes. I mean, Theresa sighed in exasperation. Sophie found me and attacked me, but she didn't catch me. And what exactly did you break into your evil sister's lair for? Lily still thought what Theresa did was crazy, and she hoped the reason wasn't an attempt of a family reunion. Theresa's eyes glittered. I stole something. She reached into the pocket of her shirt. She had changed out of that annoying purple dress, thank goodness, and slid a computer disk across the coffee table. A recording of everything that Sophie's done that was evil and why. I believe it would make for a decent super weapon. Lily stared at it. She made an audio diary of herself? Yes. Huh. She frowned. Why would you risk your life to get this? Theresa wrung her hands. I hate Sophie, she said in a hoarse whisper. When the war first began, I put you as my top priority, my worst enemy. But I had forgotten about my sister. When she came, I realized that you had nothing to hold against me, that you were never my enemy until I attacked your friends. Lily picked up the computer disk and held it up. If I see this, could I find Sophie? Theresa nodded. After all these years I've done in evil, I realized that I just couldn't watch another life-filled planet be destroyed. Thank you, Theresa, Lily said. This means the whole world to me. Fatigue took over her body. I should sleep. Can I get you something to drink? The sorceress nodded. Lily made some coffee and gave it to Theresa before heading off to bed, setting Sophie's disk on the bedside table. Wait, Theresa called. Lily paused. Yes? Sophie showed me something right before I escaped. Lily turned around. Show me, she said. Theresa's smile was strained. I'll show it in your sleep. Lily instantly knew she was going to have some strange dreams. Right before she fell asleep, she saw Theresa through the open doorway, staring blankly out through the panoramic window as she sipped her coffee. Could she really be letting go of her wrongdoings? Before Lily fell asleep, she decided to list Theresa not just as an ally, but as a friend. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for Chapter 55. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the description below, I've included links where you may find and purchase this book.